This is Sean Plouffe from Hitterish.com. Today we're going to take a look at Miguel Cabrera, some of the swing movements that allow him to be one of the best hitters on the planet. One thing I want you to notice here is the triangle shape in the arms and the bat. This is a position that you'll see a lot of really great hitters get to. Let's take a look at that. So this position right here where he's moving forward and he's loaded his hands in the bat. This is something that you'll see from a lot of the great hitters. Here's Prince Fielder in almost the same position. I want you to just look at the position here. I'm not even going to play the swing. This is so important that you get to a good hitting position and start from the right spot. Ortiz, right? Foot's about to land. You see the position their arms are in. Both arms bent, the barrel tipped forward a little bit. They've created this triangle shape in the arms, and that triangle stays intact as he goes to the baseball. You see it stays pretty much the same shape, right? The arms aren't extending forward yet. The hands stay at the shoulder, and he twists this shape in order to move the bat, right? And this allows this triangle shape to move independent of the shoulders or anything else. So this triangle shape is swung into the baseball. I think you see how he swivels the bat to contact, right? Right in here, these first few frames. You see the barrel movement. You see the bat twist around the hands. So we talked about getting to a good hitting position. One thing you should notice with him is that he kind of leans over the plate more than most guys. Really gets his eyes behind the baseball. And this is something I really like to see. You really get a sense that he's going to be behind the baseball and really do damage and hit it at a good trajectory for home runs. So something you'll notice here, he leans over the plate more. And he also is able to swing very vertical, right? So you'll see the shoulders tilt more than spin sideways. And his entire body is able to kind of tilt under the baseball and through the baseball back out towards the pitcher. And this allows him to really stay inside the baseball. A lot of coaches will talk about staying inside but not really tell you how to do it. Look at this pitch, 6 inches in, and he's able to really drop the shoulder in there and drop this swing plane, right? Instead of being level with the ground, he's really dropped the swing plane, kept his hands high, and this is how you really get through the baseball. You see him really tilt. You see the front shoulder come up, back shoulder come down, and he's really able to get behind this baseball. I think he hit this for a home run. There's a few more clips here. You see how hingy he is with his hands here, how the bat's twisting around the hands. Again, the shoulder's tilting. And what I want you to notice from the lower body too is his foot kicks out a lot. I remember in the playoffs a few years ago, he might have been hurt a little bit and he was playing through it, and the commentators said that he wasn't finishing with his backside. But what I want you to notice is guys that swing more vertical like this, that have more tilt in their swing, aren't going to get as open with their lower body. It doesn't mean they're not getting through with their backside or not using their back leg. It's just a fact that, you'll see guys with a flatter swing plane really get to that front foot, and you'll see their foot in the air sometimes when they make contact. But guys like this, Matt Kemp, Mike Trout, guys that swing more vertical like this, that really stay inside the ball, don't need to twist their lower body as far. They're not spinning at a horizontal plane. They're tilting underneath their head and swinging this way. Again, another clip. These balls are way inside, and he's able to get to these. And I mean, this ball is hit to left center. It's not even down the line. So if you want to look at how to stay inside the baseball, he's a great example. I really like this angle. You can see the tilt going on here. And this is how you really direct a swing. This position that he gets to allows him, you see how far counter rotated he is with the shoulders. The front shoulder is probably pointing towards the second baseman. But this sets the direction for his swing to happen in that direction and apply force to the opposite field. Right? If you were looking at his spray chart, he has power to all fields. And that's because he's able to set the direction here and really swing in that direction. You see his follow through go out towards the direction of the hit rather than spin to the left. Again, you can see how hingy he is with his hands. You see all this blur going on with the bat. And you notice the angle in the arms hasn't changed at all here. The hands stay at the shoulder and the bat spins around. And the bat and the elbows move together as he delivers the barrel to the baseball. And you notice hands stay at the shoulder, and that allows the back leg to pull the hands. You see the tension going on here. You see the wrinkles in the jersey. And the back leg's pulling. And from here, he can let the hands out and get through the baseball. The same effect happens when you throw, where the leg pulls, and eventually the arms overtake the leg and go out and finish the movement. Really, really nice. And you can just see he's in that groove. Something that I noticed from a lot of players that hit home runs. They have this groove to their swing where they figured out how to stay behind the baseball and hit with home run trajectory without pulling off the ball or rolling over. And I attribute that to the tilt that he gets with the shoulders. Really tilts into here. And from this position, it becomes really easy to hit with that kind of trajectory. Let's take a look at more clips here. So you see him move forward and at the same time pull back, right? And you get this nice rubber band effect. Forward, pull back, forward, pull back. And you see him kind of rock this triangle and the bat tip forward. This is a load in the hands, right? So the bat's going to tip forward. The back elbow comes up, and that's a load for the reverse to happen, right? So now the barrel's going backwards and the triangle's tilting under here. So essentially, the more you load the bat, the more you load this shape forward, the more speed you're going to have going backwards and into the baseball. Notice when I say backwards, basically when this elbow comes down, the front elbow comes up, the initial barrel direction is backwards, and you see this blur happening up here. And that's because the bat's twisting around the hands and creating bat speed really, really early in the swing. Same deal, you see him load that triangle shape and really spin the bat around his hands, keeping that triangle shape throughout. This is something that you'll see from a lot of the great hitters. But he's able to really stay inside the baseball and tilt and create that really nice launch angle better than almost anybody in the game right now. Again, another hit to the opposite field. You can see how deep he's tilted into here. I mean, this is about as far as you can possibly tilt your body and drop this back shoulder. And a lot of coaches look at that and they say that's a bad thing, but this is how you swing with direction. Think about if everything had to produce force. If your body was trying to produce force towards the opposite field, this is how you do it, right? you would spin your shoulders underneath and out towards the opposite field, not sideways towards left field, right? So his entire swing is able to go and produce force without spinning off of this ball or to the left. He's producing force out towards right center where he hits this ball. The last clip here. Last clip, you can really see this triangle shape start to work. And you see the bat speed being created back here. This is a higher pitch, but you still see him tilt and these really nice actions that you'll get from him where the hands stay at the shoulder and the bat speed's being created back in here as these elbows and the bat move together and deliver the barrel to the baseball. This has been Sean Plouffe. You can learn more at Hitterish.com. Catch you next time.
I'm the realest one that's repping. Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to rest, I know I was always repping. Oh my God, my whole life, my words been my greatest weapon. I know